The Unreal project has 500 AI that move around the scene. These AI are spawned in a blueprint which spawns them with for loops with a row count and a column count to make a grid and the distance between them all. Once they spawn, they get added to an array of AI objects. The player has a simple movement script and for the rotation, so they can move around the level. It also has a pawn sensing component, which we'll get onto later. The AI used the inbuilt AI system and finds a random point in a radius and moves to that position. If the AI collides with a player, then the color of the AI will change. If it collides with another AI, then it will also change to a different color. In the scene, there are two walls that use this dissolve shader to show off the dynamic lighting. And this is the material for the AI, and the emissive amount changes depending on what it's collided with, and you'll be able to see that in the game view. The lighting in the scene uses directional light for the outdoor and a post-process volume, which changes the exposure to make the scene brighter. On the wooden outdoor platform, there is a box reflection capture, so it comes off as more of a shiny colour. Inside there's a couple point lights and spotlights. We'll get to showing the shaders in the game view. So in the scene, you can see the reflective floor and the 500 AI running around. When the AI collide with one another, they change to a pink colour for a short amount of time, and if they collide with the player, then they turn to a yellow glow colour. The walls here have a dissolve shader, which shows off the dynamic lighting. As it dissolves, the light comes through. And the spotlights in here show off the shadows and the reflections off the floor. There were a couple issues with using AI like this, and I looked into other methods such as spawning instant actors or spawning or not using AI to move the characters around, or using a particle system like Niagara to spawn 500 particles to use as the actors. The only issue with some of the other options were the collisions, such as the particle collisions. It was a lot more complex to get collisions working in a way like this. So at the cost of some FPS, using AI was a great option. But to improve FPS, I made it so if the player is not looking, or if the AI are not in the player's field of view, then the animation and the movement get disabled, which did see an increase of performance.